So why I became a dating coach. You see, what would you do if the worst rejection of your life came at a time where you couldn't just take anything anymore? But that very rejection is everything you needed to transform your life. You see, at the time, it doesn't look as glamorous. It doesn't feel as good. But I'm telling you, as Steve Jobs says, you can't connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect them as you look backwards. That's my story. So let's dive into what happened. What can I say? It's been a journey. It's been a journey because I remember how it wasn't just one rejection, it was a whole box of them constantly punching me in my face. I mean, realizing that unless I figured out different ways to dig this or figure this out, I was going to carry on suffering. And I was tired of getting punched in the face. So let me take you back to my first punch. It took me a year and a half to gather the courage to ask this girl out. But before that, I studied because I was convinced that I wasn't going to miss this. Right? I knew what she liked. I knew what she didn't like. I listened to every single gossip, petty story you can think of. I knew who her nemesis was, who her best friends were, and I was one of them. Right? I was there for her. Whenever she needed anything, I'll figure out a way to, be the guy that could be there for her, right? So, in other words, I was a boyfriend without being a boyfriend. Some of us call it a friend zone. So after a year and a half, as I gathered the courage, I went to her and I said, listen, this was in Italian. I like you and I want us to take this further. I don't want to be your friend anymore. I've liked you for a very long time. I just didn't have the courage to say it, But now that I do, I really hope that you can see that, what I see, and hopefully we could make this happen. All right, so this is a powerful pitch. I'm thinking, whoa, you went in there bold. That's good. Her response was not immediate. She was like, I need to think about this. I got a text message saying, I thought about it and I don't think this is a good idea. I want to focus on myself, and right now I just feel like with exams and stuff, it's just too difficult for me to commit to anything else. I think you're an amazing friend. I know you've got an amazing heart. I just don't see us being more than friends. So that was my first rejection. And what made it worse was, I don't know if she forgot, but in the space of a month after that, she got in a relationship during the exams. The exact same reason why she told me that it wasn't going to work out. So not only I felt crushed, confused, and pretty much humiliated, I understood I was doing something wrong. But did that stop me? Not me. You see, I thought being stubborn at the time was such a good trait. Never give up, right? Just be resilient, just push through, you'll be alright. You see, that rejection set me on the path of becoming a man that was going to take a lot more rejection, but eventually figure out exactly what I'm going to be sharing in this video. One of my worst failures was this one. Started speaking to this girl. This was at Facebook period times. This is when Facebook was fresh. This was like, it's just taken over MySpace, and we have BBM at the time as well. BlackBerry. It's in the UK. Long story. I think some of you in the US, so you won't know what I'm talking about. Anyways, I'm speaking to this girl and we're getting to know each other, and I'm saying to the guys, I think this is the one. Right? Sorry, my hand's broken. Don't ask. I don't think you can't ask anyway. But don't ask in the comments either. It's just stupid. Right. I wish I had the better story for this. 20 people jumped and smash someone's face, but nope, it's dumb. Right, so back to the story. So I'm here getting butterflies, thinking this is it. I'm getting to this is happening. I wanted to surprise her. And I wanted to just say, listen, I really think this is good. This is going good. Like, I've never felt this way before in a while. Like, this feels real. So I'm excited. I'm going to the school at the time. And as I'm walking and I get to the chicken shop, my friends who I played football with at the time were like, ha, what's going on, bro? What are you doing here? I'm like, I'm here to see so-and-so. They said, see who? So-and-so. You? Which one? There's quite a few. It can't be her. I said, no, yeah, her. And I was like, okay, let's go play football. So they tried to shield me from seeing what I needed to see. And I was like, no, I'm here to see her. What are you guys talking about? They now said, you may not want to see this, but we warned you. And I see it. I see her with someone else. They're just cuddling, flirting with each other. And I'm like, at first I'm like, maybe that's a close friend, maybe male friend type of thing. You know, sometimes lines can get blurry. She's single, I'm single, so it's grey. Not really good, but it's grey. So I'm like, hey, how you doing? And the guy looks at me and I was like, who's this guy? And she's like, she looks at me and she looks away, and then she's like, yeah, don't worry about him, just let's just go. And I was like, okay. You not just get embarrassed in front of everyone. That sounds like what's happened. To this day it burns. And I'm married. But the pain of that rejection wasn't enough still. And I thought at that point I had hit rock bottom, because I've been embarrassed in public. Not only I've now confessed that, hey, I called you out, you know, I said, hey, babes, or something that made it seem like we were together, or, you know, something that made it seem like we were talking. I was acknowledged, as in my existence was acknowledged. I just got aired in front of everyone. So I need you to understand that I fully get that some of the stories that you guys have probably gone through may not be exactly similar to mine, but it sucks. It really does. And you see, here's what I learned. Rejection can only define you if you let it. You see, for the longest periods, I thought that rejection needs to be this thing that you may need to run away from. Or maybe this thing that you just don't need to face. Must be a way for you to dodge it. It hurts. There's nothing worse than you saying to someone, hey, I want you, and they're saying, I don't want you though. Or what the hell's the matter with you? Right? It's something that, rightly so, you should not want to look forward to. But you see, rejection is an action. And actions are things you do, not who you are. And because they don't define who you are, they just define what you've done. Let me make this straight. The action of boldness isn't necessarily rejection. So let's take it back a bit. So rejection is a circumstance, because that rejection could be not now, or that rejection could be, well, sounds good, but this isn't the right time, but maybe in a few weeks, right? So there's ways to go about rejection that sort of kind of like soften the blow.
I walked away. I was the bigger man. And look what the fuck it got me. If you can't be a part of what comes next, I understand.
You want to become rejection proof. And the reason why I'm saying when you want to become rejection proof is because a lot of us I've seen guys that lose their head over rejection. When I say you're interested in a girl, she embarrasses you in public, and you say, am I mad? What are you talking to? Do you know what we used to do back in the day? You're butters anyway. I wasn't really interested in you. It's like because they rejected you, you want to act like you rejected them. But it's pathetic. So the real approach to rejection is turning it into fuel. What do I mean by that? She rejects you. I bet. Watch me. That's cool. And I got into a space where that's the mindset that changed everything. Because I was no longer looking at rejection as this thing that would drag me down. I was using it as ignition. It's like, and now I need rejection. So I started looking for rejection. So I'd go to the hottest people that I thought I was speaking to, girls that were completely out of my league at the time, and just speak to them. And if they weren't interested, I'd be like, all right, cool, that means I'm not good enough. So let me get good enough, right? So use rejection to level up, not to react. That's BS, that's weak. And the moment you can use or transform rejection into something that you utilize to fuel your energy into becoming a better version of yourself, they all come back. And that's the beauty of it. And this is a testament to my personal journey. Every single ex that's ever walked away from me has somehow come back. Every single one of them. Not one missed. Not one. I kid you not. Not one. So you see, once I understood that rejection is not a roadblock, but a stepping stone, I began the process of just utilizing that as, you know, when you put your food in the microwave and it's still cold, keep it in the microwave. Reset the timer and keep it until it's warm, because when it's warm, it's going to come out nicely. It's going to smell fresh. So put yourself in the microwave. The rejection is bad. It just means you're not ready yet. That's what it is. It doesn't mean that you're not ever going to be ready. Not especially if you work on yourself. Not especially if you keep watching these type of videos. You're going to get better eventually. You just need to allow the rejection to have its work on you. You see, and that's exactly what led me to coaching, because I saw how painful it was to deal with rejection, how painful it was to deal with people that you wanted saying to you that they're not interested. And it could have easily broken me. It could have easily brought me in a space where I just wanted to give up. Because if the people that I'm interested in, time after time and time again, are simply not interested in me, what else can I do? But I'm telling you now, it's a microwave situation. You know, sometimes you put the food in the microwave and it's cold, and then it just takes 5 seconds and it comes back out hot. Ooh, this is boiling, right? And that's exactly what happens when you're rebuilding yourself. You don't know exactly how long it takes, but as long as you keep at it, you will get to that phase where you become unstoppable. You become the person that can attract these people. I must say though, you need to be realistic. What I mean by you need to be realistic is, if you're not attractive, you've got to compensate with other things. And what I mean by that is, if you're not attractive, you may need to maximize your income, or you may need to maximize your physique. But reaching the very best version of yourself is always going to be better off than you staying where you are at the moment. It's a 100% payoff. It's an investment that you cannot lose at. And that's exactly why I've done investments, I've done trading. And you see, teaching people how to invest in themselves, that's the easiest bet ever. I just need to tell you to keep improving yourself. It's a fucking no-brainer. And I'll show you the practical strategies that I took in order to get there. Not only it qualifies me to do it, but not only I got the results from it, which is, okay, here's the thing. And I may get some backlash from this, but I just didn't look at makeup as a valuable reason for you to consider yourself good looking. Because if you take the makeup off and you completely look like a completely different person, I mean, I'm confused. should I base your looks on how you look with makeup or without? Because if it's without, well, we got a problem. Right? We got a problem. Because it's two different people. It looks great, by the way, it's fantastic. But you've just painted your face and expect me to base your looks based off that? I'm like, man, I don't think that works. So I wanted a natural looking woman. Someone that when I wake up in the morning, I can smile at. I don't need a lot, I'm self-sufficient, I'm independent. But come on, I want to smile at my woman. I want someone that has hair. Right? So once you become someone that can attract people, you can now start to make your choices and options. But until then, you're going to struggle, my friend. Because the market or women know their worth. And not just that, they don't just know their worth, they have men that don't watch this stuff, that are desperate and willing to do whatever it takes because they see the woman as the price. But you see, once you understand that you're both the price, you just need to work yourself to achieve the price that matches your price point, then everything starts to change. Guys are not the price. Then don't get this twisted. Women are just as valuable as men are. And the reason I'm saying that is because some of the guys that you saying, oh, do you know what? Women are just juice boxes, that blah, blah, blah. I'm like, bro, you don't get to experience the good side of the women because you can't deal with your emotions, brother. And that's the realest. If you check any guy that comes and tells me that I'm the price, women are just a side piece, you have zero emotional intelligence to me. That I've never met any guy with emotional intelligence that can tell me I appreciate women. Or I've never met a guy that has emotional intelligence that can tell me that women are prices. Or men are the price and women are just whatever. It's the guys that can't deal with their emotions because they don't value emotions. And because you don't value emotions, you can't understand the woman language. You see, women speak emotional English and you speak logical English. So in order for it to come together, you need to understand that, you need to acknowledge that they're speaking a different language. So you need to listen. And same with them. But you're only going to get that with high value women. But in order for you to get there, you need to be a high value man. Make sense? Again, I hope that answers the question as to why I became a dating coach. But let me offer you some tangible strategies on how to reframe rejection as an opportunity for growth. Build mindset resilience. Some of you know, because you've maybe been watching my channel for a while, that I'm a big advocate for Dragon Ball Z. And if you don't know, now you know. Now, why am I saying this? You see, in Dragon Ball Z, you can see how Goku utilized every challenge to become stronger. Goku and Vegeta, most of the protagonists, utilized every challenge to become stronger. And that's exactly, in a nutshell, what you should utilize in the dating market. Every rejection you take, every mistake, you should never be the same person that was rejected. Like never, ever, ever. If you're the same guy that was rejected, then that just means that you haven't learned your lesson. That just means that if this was like a Dragon Ball Z scenario, right, you'd get mashed up. You've got to level up. Rejection stands for you haven't reached that level yet, so train up, level up, become better. A lot of guys utilize that as a way to pull themselves down and say, oh, do you know what, forget this, I'm not gonna do that. I'm like, oh, fuck this, man. Fuck him. You're missing out, man. That's what the power is. And forget, let's park women to the side. Whether it's at work, if you're trying to build yourself up, you're trying to level up, you're going to face challenges. You're going to face no's. Those no's are an indication that you're not there yet, but you will get there because you got a response, right? So no stands for not now. And I'm not saying message that the day after, no, change. Like actually transform, go through your journey. And it's always better for them to come to you rather than you go to them. But if you feel like you've genuinely leveled up, then yeah, maybe it's worth dropping a message, but never chase when, like, you shouldn't compensate the no by doubling down on effort. You're not there yet. So just be better. Do more. Like, be a much valuable person. That no stands for you're not ready yet. So you going back and saying, no, but I am ready, I'm ready. Yeah, sorry, you're pissing me off now. Use that rejection in a nutshell to build resilience. That's it in a nutshell. Use that to level up in the gym, use that to level up in your life, use that to level up in your business. I still remember every single person that rejected me. And one of the reasons, as much as I love my wife, guess what, guys? Every person that rejected me is fuel and motivation for me to spoil my wife. Every woman that said, no, not interested, I'm like, but I want you to watch me and my wife go viral as I give her the best experience I can give her. Oh, but I'm not interested, no problem. Make a note, signature with the date. You are going to witness what it's like to have what you could have had. And you can't even reach out because I'm not interested. You rejected me and you missed out. And it's okay. That is the best revenge ever, boys. You're missing out. This is beautiful. Every single person that rejects you, you should make a list and be so glad they did, because that just means that they've saved you stress, and you're preparing a foundation for the woman that will say yes. And the woman that says yes will be the woman that can that not just appreciates you, but can see the journey that you've taken in order to get to that place. Become the man they say yes to before you even speak. That's the journey. That's the game. Forget all of this stuff, man. I see guys, I know I'm talking to you. Like, some people start fighting over rejection. I'm like, bro, you're going about this the wrong way. This ain't the game. Brother, this ain't the game. The game is using that fuel. You want to charge it to the game. You want to invoice it. You said, you know what? That's fine. You just paid. You just paid for the next one. Thank you. When someone rejects you, say, no problem. God bless you. How you smile? I tell you what's so funny. When I was actually, when I first reached out to my wife, she rejected me. She said, I'm in a relationship, so I'm not interested. And whether that was true or not, I don't know. Well, I know she obviously she told me she wasn't in a relationship at the time now. But at the time, I didn't know. So many girls say the same thing, right? My sister said it and she wasn't in a relationship. So that's basically what I'm saying. My point is, because of how I handled it, which was with class, and just like, I disdain, I didn't care, like, do you know what I mean? Like, you're in a relationship, you're beautiful, but I can't just sleep over this. Do you know what I mean? I can't just sleep over this. So it's cool, no problem. Have a good day, God bless you, right? You're sending paragraphs. You're just burning your chances of ever coming back again. And in the meantime, by the way, I carried on improving, right? So my point here is very simple. That no now, even if she does come back or not, it's not your business. Not your business. Just carry on improving. Let the price carry on improving. The same way people looked at Bitcoin and said, oh, do you know what? Forget that coin. Oh, it's crashing. You do the same thing. And then boom, let them watch you skyrocket, new levels. You pull up, boom. Who's that guy? Oh snap, that's the guy I rejected. Oh snap, I messed up. That is it, my guys. So I really hope this video has helped. If you want to understand how to win exactly, or work to me with, you want to jump on a 12-week course, which starts in February. I'm looking for not more than 5 people, because I'm doing this off my own back. This is one-to-one coaching, and I need you guys to really transform yourself. This is not you know what, like, yeah, just buy the course or whatever. I will get to that stage eventually, because I'm not at the time. But what I'm saying in essence is, guys, I'm working with you on a one-to-one basis, and I want to get you to the level where you can not just utilize rejection as fuel, and you can build your confidence to carry on grinding. and build a charisma to actually attract them. Because you see, there's different elements to this whole thing, and you can do it by yourself by watching the videos, and you'll probably be able to achieve it because I'm giving you everything I needed in order to learn. But having me work with you on a one-to-one basis gets you there much quicker. So, without further ado, if you enjoyed this video or you want to work with me, link is in the description. But if not, like, share, and subscribe, and share in the comments what you think. I really hope these videos helped you because, as you can tell, man, it comes from the heart. So, I'm rooting for you guys, and let's build this community. I feel like you guys in the comments are really stepping it up. I'm loving the comments, I'm loving it, and I just want to really be there for you lot. And you know what? It's like speaking to my younger brother. And I've got a younger brother, so this makes it so much easier because I feel the pain, but more than anything, I feel yours. So yeah, let's get to work if this is something that you need help with, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.